I'm Melanie Poole, and I'm the Communications Officer at American Village. So I graduated from the University of Montevallo in 1986. I'm old. And how I came to be with American Village, I had my own graphic design firm and was a friend of Tom Walker, our founder. And he asked me to do some freelance work for American Village, which I did. One day I was in Tom's office and he said, "Would you help us write a position description? I think we're ready to hire a marketing director." And I'm like, hmm.
Mm.
And he said, "Really? You would consider that?" And I said, "Yes. Tom, if I were ever to work for anyone else besides myself, it would be you." So that's how I joined American Village and have been with them since probably the early 2000s, I guess. It started off as contract relationship, doing freelance work. And then I came on board part-time and now full-time. In my responsibilities as communications officer at American Village, I handle all of the print advertising, most of the public relations, social media, television, and radio. The American Village was founded in 1999, and our mission is to really to teach young people and older people to be better citizens. I think our nation suffers from an amnesia, to put it in easy terms, of what it means to be an American. George Washington said that the new nation was an experiment, and that experiment is still happening today. So the American Village serves Alabama and the nation in an educational capacity. You can come here and experience our founding generation, meet patriots of the past. And it's fun. History is fun, and it's all about telling stories. So you get to meet people like Martha and George Washington, Abigail and John Adams, Phyllis Wheatley, and so many other founding fathers and founding mothers of our generation when the American Revolution was taking place. And all of that is set in a beautiful campus. We have 188 acres here in Montevallo. We have over 20 historically inspired buildings. You'll see replicas of George Washington's home, Mount Vernon, the Colonial Courthouse at Williamsburg, Bruton Parish Church, the East Room of the White House, and the President's Oval Office. And it's just so easy to step back in time on our campus and really experience firsthand what those patriots were going through during the American Revolution and learn what a unique event it was that the 13 colonies came together to form a new nation. How unlikely it was that these colonists won a war over the greatest power in the world at that time, the British Army. So a day in the life at the American Village, it would depend on what day you came, but on just an average day, you would arrive on campus, check in at the gift shop, and they would give you a schedule of events for the day. And you would be able to pick one or all of those vignettes to experience. And you also have the ability to explore the 188 acres all on your own. If you were a student coming with your classroom, you would arrive on the bus with the group and you would be greeted. You would immediately just step back in time and experience history firsthand. I love our programs for younger people, like our Patriots program. So the young people from kindergarten through third grade, they land right in the middle of Paul Revere's ride. They experience it firsthand. They all take part in Paul Revere's ride, in protecting the gunpowder at Concord from the British soldiers, rowing across the river, and it's all making those light bulb moments come off, and those children make the connections between what they're learning in the classroom, by doing, by seeing, by participating firsthand. We have school programs for kindergarten through 12th grade. And I think all of those age groups um, learn by doing. Tom Walker, when he founded the American Village, he had a young family and realized that his own children weren't picking up history in the classroom. So he envisioned this American Village where students of all ages could come and learn by doing and by participating. And that's the essence of the American Village. Now, if you were to come on a day like Memorial Day, Veterans Day, or our biggest and best, which is Independence Day, the program would be a little bit different. On Independence Day, for instance, we open at 11 o'clock and we are just red, white, and blue all day long, all the way through the fireworks at twilight's last gleaming. We have such a wonderful staff of what we call costumed historical interpreters. And those are men and women who may have studied theater, may have been history buffs, but they have learned how to portray those important people of the past, and they do it so well. Like I said before, you'll see Patrick Henry, Abigail Adams, Phyllis Wheatley. You'll march with the Continental Army. Just all of those experiences for all ages. So looking at a calendar of events for American Village, we really kick off in February with the celebration of George Washington's birthday, which is also called President's Day. And shortly thereafter, we have a wonderful program, which is our Festival of Tulips. It was an idea of Mr. Walker's to plant this huge field of tulips as a sneaky way, I think, of getting people to come to the village who might not ordinarily want to come, but we sneak in a little American history along the way. Following that, let's see, we have a wonderful school calendar that takes us through the end of the school year in May, and then we pick right up with Memorial Day, which is a salute to our veterans, to the men and women who served in the armed forces of America who were no longer with us, that they gave their full measure of devotion to their country, including their lives. Memorial Day is really kind of an unofficial kickoff to summer. We have a fabulous summer season. We really make it fun. This year's program was all about spy techniques, joining the spy ring and learning how to pass secret messages, and all of the fun stuff surrounding colonial spies. We typically have a different theme every summer. It can be just red, white, and blue fun. It can be colonial spy techniques. It can be all about Paul Revere's ride. But whatever it is, it's always fun. We have food trucks on Saturdays. And on the first Saturday of our summer season, we have an American Arts and Crafts Fair where we invite artists and artisans from the surrounding areas to come and show and sell their works. If you continue from the summer season, of course, Independence Day is our biggest red, white, and blue party of the year. Mm-hmm. And I may be biased, but I think we have the best up close and personal fireworks show in the state of Alabama. So continuing on in the fall, we pick back up with the school year and a couple of big events for the public in the fall. Our Veterans Day celebration is a wonderful remembrance for all our veterans, those men and women in every generation who served in all of the armed forces. And one event that happens in the Christmas season is our Colonial Christmas lunches and tours. So twice a day, the first week of December, we invite the public to enjoy vignettes surrounding what those men and women in the colonial era were experiencing at Christmas time. And you have a wonderful catered lunch with a hostess or host. This year it was Eliza Hamilton. Last year it was George and Martha Washington. So that changes from year to year, as do the vignettes. But it's a wonderful kickoff to your Christmas season. We annually have about 35 to 40,000 students from every county in Alabama come and enjoy field trips here at the American Village. Our circle of service extends up to Nashville, down to the Florida Panhandle, east to Atlanta, and west about the middle of Mississippi. The American Village is also a wonderful place to hold your celebration. We have several facilities that are ideal for birthday parties, for family reunions, for business meetings. We have large and small spaces. So if you're interested in hosting a revolutionary event here at the American Village, you can find information about how to do that on our website, americanvillage.org. At the American Village, we have everything but the I do. Wedding receptions are wonderful, and we have two spaces that are perfect for that. The East Room of the White House, which is a big, beautiful ballroom, and the more casual barn, which is wooden. It is gorgeous. Absolutely. In just 2 short years, our country will celebrate its 250th birthday. It's called the semi-quincentennial, and the big day, of course, is July 4th, 2026. But the American Village has been named the celebration capital for the semi-quincentennial. So in the 2 years leading up to the big birthday, there will be a lot of special events at the American Village. We will be pushing that out through social media and a new website that will be launched later this month. It will be America 250 AL, I believe, but don't quote me on that. It's still in the works. But the American Village is a wonderful place to come. And as I said before, learn what it means to be an American, learn ways in which you, your family, your town, your company can plan a huge celebration for the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, which is the birthday of our country. So currently at the American Village, we are constructing a full-scale replica of Independence Hall. The first wing opened in 2022, which is the West Wing, and it's fabulous. It has a multi-sensory experience in the foyer that takes you from Boston Harbor and the spilling of the tea all the way through Paul Revere's ride. And in the back of the building is a 104-seat theater with an original film called Choosing to Be an American People. And it was written and developed just for the American Village, and all of our staff, except I think 2, are actually in the film. I have my 5 seconds of fame as well. I was Molly Pitcher. Molly Pitcher was one of the women who worked actually on the field carrying water to the soldiers. And when the cannon crew was killed, Molly picked up where they left off and armed the cannon. So you won't see all that on the film, but I do get my 5 seconds of fame in there.